Hi, this is Candace, and I have these two journals. This one is the one that I made before, and you can see that it is distressed. And then this one, which is not so distressed, it's just the leather the way it originally comes, and so you can see that there's a big difference. And so I wanted to distress this one. This is the one, and I wanted to go ahead and show you how I did that. This is the one that I made for Noel, and I'm not quite finished. I will show you how I finished that later. This is for our art journal pages, which are 4x8, and as you can see, these pages are very thin right now. But when you put the art journal pages in, it definitely gets a lot thicker. So because of that, let me just show you. This is only 3 months worth of art journal pages, and look at how fat that is already. And so these pages will be much fatter than they are. So because of that, I put this piece of cardboard in here to sort of give it a faux thickness where I'm thinking that it will probably go by the end of the year. So, and it should be pretty close to that. So when you distress, you want to distress along the places that would normally get handled. So you want to make it look like it's just been, it's old because it's been handled a lot. So I've got here a Scotch-Brite pad, and I think this is a Ranger sandpaper thing. And so there's a really rough side, and then there's more fine side, and then there's the ends as well, and I'll probably use the ends as well. So this is going to take some time, but I just you start with using the Scotch-Brite pad. You can see that it really does do quite a bit of distressing. So I'm just going to distress along the corners there where it would be held and it would get scratched up. And thinking this is going to be a little bit thicker than this. So I'm going to sort of bring it forward a little bit here. Okay, so I'm just going to start rubbing it all over, and what's going to happen is I will probably fast forward this because this will take a while, and you definitely don't want to watch me in real time doing this. So I'm just going to let the camera run, and I will fast forward this. So there is some of the way that I do the distressing. When you use this heavy duty side, you want to use a really light hand because it'll just scratch right off. And then keep in mind that you want to go in all directions because so a lot of times I'll just go circular with this, because when you're touching it and it's being moved and it's being rubbed against things, it's not always in one direction. So to get the good patina out of that, you want to try to go in some different directions. Any place that's already raised, like this here, this would be a great place to show that this would really get worn. So I'm using the finer side because that rough side, you have to really be light with that. So then that little fold there that's in the back is now, looks like it's been rubbed against things over the years. And I probably need to do the corners a little bit more. So I go in all directions on the corners, and I use different depths of pressure, and then I also use different materials. Sometimes it's the Scotch-Brite, and then I'll go in circles even with the Scotch-Brite. So you want to get some good looking patina out of that. Anyways, I'm going to continue on this, and then I will come back and finish this later. So now I've got the book, and I wanted to make a closure for it. I've got this really cool leather here, leather cording, and so, but it's really, really bright teal, and I think it's too bright for this project. I did color some here and darkened it with some Distress ink, so, and all I did was, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more, and all I do is take the end. Okay, I'm using Salty Ocean here. And it looks really dark now, but when it dries, it's much, much lighter. So I start by doing that end, so then I have a place to hold on to it and pull it through. And I'm just going to hold this down into the Distress ink and pull this cord through, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side so that it can have some nice color on the one side. See, this part didn't really take very well. I might have to redo that a little bit. So there might be some variation in color on this, and I'm fine with that. I think that will look cool. So, but then the edges will still have that bright color as well. So, okay, I'm going to go do the other side, and then I'm going to put the closure on here, and I'll show you the finished product. So, here's the finished journal. I just added some little dangly pieces there. And so this long piece of leather wraps around so that it keeps it closed. And then she can put her journal pages in here. So I'm going to send this out with my next journal page, and then I will post this video. So thank you for watching. I had a good time putting this together, and it didn't actually take as long as I expected. But because I'm slow, it still took me a while, so it was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on YouTube.